I'm Kimberly Kay with your entertainment report from MidHudsonNews.com. Well, Warren Littlefield is the NBC entertainment president that Bob Balaban based his character on in Seinfeld. Well, Littlefield is out with a book about his career with lots of inside stories. And we're not talking 50 Shades of Grey stories. It's stories like the time George Clooney persuaded Julianna Margulies to join ER instead of Homicide by telling her that he had been in a meeting with Littlefield and producer John Wells and they desperately wanted her for the show. It was a lie. Littlefield also writes about the time that Noah Wyle was introduced to Rebecca De Mornay at a party. He thought they'd never met, but De Mornay told him that not only had she been on 6 episodes of ER, but they'd had a sex scene in one of them. Littlefield's book is called Top of the Rock: Inside the Rise and Fall of Must-See TV. And speaking of books, Gregg Allman knew his marriage to Cher was a mistake when he found himself daydreaming during the wedding ceremony. They stayed married for 4 years. Allman writes about his 7 divorces, his drug addiction, and of course, his brother Dwayne's death in his autobiography. Allman says he thinks about Dwayne every day and sometimes feels his presence. He says he's not going to get all cosmic, but he does feel it when Dwayne's with him. Allman's book is called My Cross to Bear. The Avengers obliterated the opening weekend record set last year by the last Harry Potter movie. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 made $169 million in its first weekend. Well, the Avengers made $31 million more than that, for a total of $200.3 million. And when you count in overseas tickets, the Avengers has already made $441 million. Wow, and to think that's one I'm gonna miss. Goober's gone. George Lindsay, who spent nearly 30 years playing Goober Pyle, has died. The character originated on the Andy Griffith Show and continued with Hee Haw. He was 83. A statement says Lindsay died early yesterday morning after a brief illness. It was released through a funeral home. Andy Griffith says he spoke to Lindsay just a few days ago. Griffith says the last thing they said to each other was, "I love you." That's sweet. Well, police are siding with Lindsay Lohan this time. They're not going to prosecute the case of a nightclub manager who claimed Lohan hit him with her sports car. That's right, police say there's not enough evidence and, well, the club owner isn't very credible. One for Lindsay. In local entertainment news, the Neversink Valley Museum presents a spring benefit concert, an evening of bluegrass and folk. The concert will be held Saturday, May 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the D&H Canal Park Visitor Center. That's at 58 Hogue Road in Cuddy-Backville. That's your latest entertainment report. For a new update daily, log on to MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Kimberly Kay.